I need to be honest about something I've never said out loud before. The nicest guy I ever dated, I left him. He remembered everything. He never canceled. He never made me wonder. And I left him for someone who forgot my name on our second date. I hated myself for it. I could not explain it until a therapist told me something that made me understand my own brain for the very first time. And when I tell you what she said, you will never see attraction the same way again.
I need you to do something uncomfortable right now. Think of the last person you liked, really liked. Now answer this honestly. Did they make you feel completely safe and certain? Or did they make you feel slightly nervous? Slightly uncertain? Like you were never 100% sure where you stood? Be honest, because your answer just reveals something about your brain that most people go their entire lives without understanding. And it starts with a psychology experiment so disturbing. Universities almost refused to publish it. His name was Ryan, the kind of guy who remembered not just her coffee order, but how she liked it on rainy days versus sunny days. The kind of guy who never cancelled plans, never left her on read, never made her wonder. She told her friends, "He is genuinely perfect. I feel so safe with him." 3 months later, she was gone. Not for someone richer, not for someone better looking, for a guy named Jake who had literally forgotten her name on their second date and laughed about it. Ryan called his therapist that night and asked the one question nobody could answer. What does Jake have that I don't? His therapist went quiet for a moment, then said, "Ryan, Jake does not have something you don't. Jake does something you won't. And when I tell you what it is, you are going to be furious." In 1962, psychologist B.F. Skinner did an experiment that accidentally explained your entire love life. He put pigeons in boxes with buttons. Group A, button gave food every single time. Predictable, safe, reliable. Group B, button gave food randomly. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Completely unpredictable. Which group do you think became obsessed with the button? Group B? Every single time. The pigeons in Group B pressed that button thousands of times more than Group A, because the brain, human or pigeon, does not get addicted to certainty. It gets addicted to maybe. Ryan was Group A, safe, predictable, always there. Jake was Group B. And her brain, without her permission, was completely hooked. Now here is where it gets actually disturbing. Cambridge University studied something called the dark triad. 3 personality traits that on paper make someone a genuinely terrible person. Narcissism, manipulation, zero emotional guilt. They expected to find these men were universally disliked. Instead, they found something that made the researchers question everything. These men were significantly more attractive to women. Not because women are foolish, not because women want to be treated badly, but because the dark triad, accidentally, creates the one thing Ryan never could: uncertainty. And uncertainty, scientifically, is the single most addictive emotional state the human brain can experience. Ryan gave her certainty every single day. Jake gave her a question mark, and her brain chose the question mark every single time, without even asking her permission. Here is a fact so uncomfortable, I debated whether to include it. Researchers gave women 2 identical dating profiles. Same photo, same job, same bio. Profile A said, "I really like you, and I think this could be something special." Profile B said, "I'm not sure yet. You seem interesting though." Profile B got chosen by 73% of women. 73%. The man who was unsure, was more attractive than the man who was certain. Ryan had been texting "Good morning, beautiful" every single day for 90 days straight. Jake had not texted in 11 days. Ryan thought he was winning. He was not even playing the right game. So is the lesson, be a bad person? Absolutely not. And this is the part every nice guy video gets completely wrong. Ryan was not losing because he was kind. Ryan was losing because his kindness had a hidden price tag she could feel, but never see. Every good morning text was secretly saying, "Please don't leave me." Every remembered coffee order was secretly saying, "I need you to need me." Every cancelled plan he forgave instantly was secretly saying, "I don't believe I deserve better." Psychologists call this anxious attachment disguised as kindness, and it is the most invisible, most devastating, most common thing destroying men's lives right now. She did not feel loved by Ryan's certainty. She felt suffocated by his need. Right now, completely honestly, have you ever done something kind for someone and felt a quiet anger when they did not react the way you expected? That anger, that quiet, invisible disappointment, that is your hidden price tag. That is the invoice you never showed, but she felt every single time. Comment invoice right now if you have felt this, because what I am about to tell you is the only thing that actually fixes it. In the same Cambridge study, found one personality type that made the dark triad completely irrelevant. Not the nice guy, not the bad boy. A man who had, and I am directly quoting the research, genuine indifference to outcome combined with authentic warmth. In simple words, a man who is genuinely kind, but genuinely does not need it to go anywhere. A man who texts because he wants to, not because he is scared not to. A man who shows up fully, but would be completely fine if it ended tomorrow. That man, statistically, outperformed every dark triad score in the entire study. Not because he played games, because he had something Jake pretended to have and Ryan desperately wanted. A life so full that no single person could complete it or destroy it. Ryan didn't need to become Jake. He needed to become so genuinely himself that Jake became irrelevant. Ryan figured this out eventually. It took him losing 3 more people he loved. It took him 18 months of brutal self-work. And it took one morning where he woke up, had absolutely no one to text, and felt completely fine. That morning, everything changed. Not because a girl came back, because for the first time, he did not need one to. If this just described the last 3 years of your life, comment Ryan. If you want part 2, where I break down exactly how Ryan built that, comment part 2. Send this to the nicest guy you know. He needs to hear this more than anyone. See you tomorrow.